Hi friends, it's Weigh-In Wednesday and what I eat in a day. If you're interested in that, stick around. We're getting into it right now. I'm in the office today, so I almost forgot to take a picture of my morning snack. So I had that breakfast that you saw at a restaurant, and it's about 2 hours later, and I am just eating potatoes. I had a mix of purple potatoes, which I already ate, some sweet potato, and then these red potatoes. I eat potatoes as a snack all the time. They're 0 points on purple. They're good, whole, unprocessed carbohydrates, and they satiate me in a way that like an apple wouldn't or carrots wouldn't. So I probably won't eat these red potatoes, but I'm definitely gonna finish the sweet potato, and I'll come back and show you what I have for lunch. Oh my goodness, y'all. This is the first time I've tried to do a what I eat in a day when I'm not working from home, and it is so much harder. So I apologize. I ate my lunch and I completely forgot to film it because I was eating it in the middle of a meeting, and that seemed like it would be weird to interrupt the meeting just so I could film myself eating soup. So I had for lunch a recipe from an influencer named High Carb Hannah. I really like her. If you've never heard of her, she's on YouTube, she's on Instagram, and she eats a whole food plant-based diet that is heavy on the whole unprocessed carbohydrates, pretty much kind of like what I eat. And it is a pea and potato soup. It's like a split pea soup, but with potatoes, and then at the very end you stir in some frozen peas, and it just makes the soup really bright and green. It makes a massive portion, so I've been eating this now for 2 weeks, and I will insert a picture of what the soup looks like, and then if I have had time to edit it by the time this video comes out, I have a video of me making the soup, the last batch of soup, and hopefully I can link to that as well in the description box below. But it is 5 o'clock here, and I'm headed home to think about dinner, which is kind of funny. Before that, I'm going to ride my 500th ride on my Peloton bike. So I'll insert a little video of me taking my 500th ride with my team and doing all sorts of high fives with them and enjoying myself. And then I will let you know, sorry about the steering wheel, I will let you know what I'm having for dinner. So you may have already clued into the fact this was a busy day, so this is a simple dinner, baked potato that I put in the microwave and leftover veggies from last night. We each get a half and half plate, and we put whatever we want on it. I'll put nutritional yeast, maybe a little sugar-free barbecue sauce, maybe some hot sauce, and that is it. Okay, that was everything that I ate today, including going out to a restaurant, which I don't think I've gone out to a restaurant with all of you before. I think at this point we should just plunge right into the weigh-in, because I gained again this week, and it was a big gain. I gained 1.8 pounds. So basically I gained 2 pounds this week. Now I'm connected with a lot of you over on Facebook, and it happens all the time that someone posts, I gained this week and I don't know what I did wrong. I tracked all week. I was really good. And I'm always the one to hop in and say, look, ups and downs are a normal part of weight loss. And then I share my video about how much weight you should expect to lose per week on WW. And I'm that rah-rah cheerleader, but I am not immune to being disappointed when I step on that scale and there's a gain. And if you've been watching me for a while, you know I also gained last week. Last week I think was a 1/4 pound. So essentially I've gained over 2 pounds in 2 weeks. And in January, I had a lot of big losses. I lost a total of 3.7 pounds in the month of January, so almost 4 pounds, which is a lot for me. I'm pretty close to goal, so the weight comes off slower the closer you are to goal. And so in thinking, what happened? Well, just like all of you who gain on a week you've been good, and I say good because I don't really like attributing good and bad to behavior. To me, that feels very discouraging. This is also why I don't do cheat days or cheat meals. And comment below if you'd like me to talk about why I don't use those labels. But for today, I will say I tracked every day this week. I stayed within my points. I will say the one big change that happened over the last 2 weeks is I started making my own soy milk from scratch and eating it in my oatmeal, and sometimes, like today, making a latte with it. There is a point difference between unsweetened almond milk from the store and unsweetened soy milk. A cup of unsweetened almond milk is 1 point. A cup of unsweetened soy milk is 3 points. I'm assuming that soybeans are just more calorically dense, and that's why. I have just incorporated that into my daily points, but it has meant that a couple of days this week, especially when I started out making this latte with 1/2 cup of soy milk, so I was ingesting 1.5 cups every day. I've taken it down to a 1/4 cup, not for point reasons, but because I like the taste of coffee and I can get more coffee in when I have less soy milk. So anyway, so that has caused me, because I haven't changed anything else that I've eaten, that has caused me to go over my points by 2 or 3 a day just to accommodate the soy milk. I have been watching a lot of videos. I watch a lot of doctors on YouTube and read their books. I've talked about the Physicians for Responsible Medicine. I've talked about Dr. Neil Barnard, Dr. Michael Greger. These are science-based nutritionists. I have all their books. They're over there, that's why I looked over there. And they talk a lot about the benefits of soy, especially for women as they head into menopause, which I'm 45, so I'm heading into menopause. I thought it would be worth the extra points to get that soy milk inside, that soy inside of me. I still think that's true. I think this might be a good time to talk about daily weigh-ins. And what I'm going to put on the screen, I think it's going to appear here. We'll see if I get this right. I never know which way to point. But also over on Facebook, if you know me, I discourage people from daily weigh-ins when they're at the beginning of their journey. I think it messes with your head because your weight can fluctuate quite dramatically from day to day. And at the beginning, I really recommend that you weigh in weekly, as WW says you should. However, about the beginning of June, so I started WW in mid-May, about the beginning of June, I started weighing in daily, but not on my own. I use something called the Happy app, and I will post a link down in the description box. It's a free app. I did pay the membership only because I think it's just a person who's making this in their basement, and I like to support small app developers. So I did pay for it, but I don't think you have to. And you weigh in daily and you put it into the app. And what the app does is it creates a trend line for you. It also will predict that if you stay losing at the rate you're losing, it'll take you X number of days until you get to your goal, that sort of thing. The reason I like that is because it helps with the emotional highs and lows of daily weigh-in, because what it shows me is, am I heading in the right direction over time? Not was today the beginning or the end of my diet, right? New people who weigh in daily, they spike up on one day and they think, well, it's not working, so I'm just gonna stop dieting. I'm gonna stop WW. I'm gonna stop whatever I'm doing. That's really detrimental, especially for your mental health. The Happy app will show you, oh, you went up this day, but 2 days ago you were way down, and so over time you're trending in the right direction. I mention it this week because my weigh-in today was, I never remember by the time I talk to you guys, but I'll put it up on the screen. 137.2, I think, which is 1.8 higher than last week. However, 2 days ago, and this is what I hope is on the screen for you right now, 2 days ago, I weighed in at 133 point something, which would have been an almost 2 pound loss from last week. So it's the luck of the draw. It was my bad luck this week that on Wednesday, which is my weigh-in day, was one of the days that my weight spiked up on the scale. But if my weigh-in day had been Monday of this week, I would have lost 2 pounds. So this helps me feel better about my progress over time. The last thing I'll say about this is I considered not putting in my weight today. I considered not doing this video today and instead waiting to see if maybe my weight was lower on Thursday or Friday, because then I could tell you guys I lost. But I want to be authentic with you, and I think it's really important, especially for those of you who are new, to see that those of us who have lost a bunch of weight, we still go up and down over time. So I'm not concerned. I think it might be the soy milk, although who knows? Like I said, 2 days ago I would have lost 2 pounds. So as a recap, I started at 163.2 in May of 2020. Today I weighed in at 137.2. So I'm back to having lost about 26 pounds on WW. But my trend line is moving in the right direction, and everything is still going well for me. I still feel healthy. I'm eating all my fruits and vegetables. I'm getting in my whole unprocessed carbohydrates. Things are still going really well. So hopefully these 2 weeks of loss will right themselves, and next week when I come to you, I will be able to report some kind of loss. But if not, we're still in this together. Good luck on your weight loss journey. Let me know how you're doing. I really love hearing from you, because together, we got this. Bye.